Morning mist covered Mizukawa village quietly today. Haruto Kuros walked slowly along gravel path. Crows perched silently, watching him from fences. School bell rang loudly, echoing across village streets. Students whispered behind, mocking his fragile appearance carefully. Ryuji Sakamoto led laughter with cruel smirk. Other boys followed, throwing stones at his bag. Haruto kept head down, hiding trembling emotions inside. His chest burned faintly from constant cruel bullying. Aiko Tanaka waited near gates, waving brightly. She ran toward him with gentle encouragement. Haruto offered faint nod, trying to hide sadness. Her presence eased heavy anxiety inside Haruto's chest. The morning air smelled faintly of wet soil. Shadows stretched across courtyard like silent, watchful guards. Ryuji shoved him roughly, laughing loudly, startling Haruto. Haruto felt heat rise suddenly beneath his chest. His right eye flickered faint crimson, veins spreading slowly. A faint shadow stretched behind him on pavement. Time slowed slightly as panic filled all students. Grandmother Chiyo watched silently from window inside house. She brewed tea quietly, observing every small movement. Her eyes reflected ancient knowledge of long-hidden secrets. She sensed awakening inside him, dangerous and inevitable today. Thunder rolled across distant mountains, dark clouds gathering fast. Haruto lay awake at night, staring at ceiling. The whisper returned clearly from some unseen source. "You are chosen." The seed awakened slowly inside. Haruto clenched fists, warmth spreading across his body. A faint wing flickered behind him, struggling to appear. Next morning, Ryuji cornered Haruto near school gymnasium. Other students gathered casually, unaware of what would happen. Ryuji grabbed collar roughly, pushing him against a wall. Haruto felt violent heat surge beneath his skin. Black veins spread across his arm violently now. Hair thickened unnaturally as faint wing appeared behind. Time seemed frozen as classmates screamed and scattered quickly. Ryuji shouted loudly, fear replacing arrogance in eyes. Haruto felt Karatsume's whisper guiding every sudden movement. Rage exploded, fists striking concrete with immense force. Ryuji fell backward, unconscious, eyes wide in terror. Haruto's arm glowed faintly, trembling under energy. Aiko ran screaming, reaching toward him desperately. For one moment, Haruto nearly lost control completely. He stopped, shaking violently, realizing what he did. Wing flickered violently, struggling to maintain in complete shape. Black veins slowly receded, leaving faint glowing traces. Haruto collapsed onto pavement, exhausted, barely breathing quietly. Silence fell, storm clouds rolling overhead ominously. Teachers rushed outside, hearing screams echo through hallways. Ryuji lay unconscious, strangely unharmed on pavement floor. Haruto's breathing shallow, trembling from overwhelming energy. Ko crouched beside him, worried eyes fixed carefully. Grandmother Chiyo appeared, dismissing teachers politely with calm gestures. She placed hand on his forehead, feeling warmth. "You have seen it awaken." The seed inside, Haruto's eyes widened, struggling to comprehend her ancient words. Fear rose, mixed strangely with exhilaration in chest. The crimson glow flickered faintly again in his eye. Moonlight spilled across his tatami floor silently, casting shadows. Haruto sat quietly, staring through open window frame. Wind carried faint scent of rain and forest. Karatsume whispered softly, amused by fragile, hesitant heart. "You resisted me for her sake." Interesting choice, fragile. Haruto clenched jaw, realizing he was not alone. Black markings pulsed faintly, glowing under silver moonlight. He imagined darkness folding inward, contained for tonight only. The whisper faded slowly, leaving uneasy silence behind him. Please subscribe to the channel for more dark adventures. Next morning, rumors spread across school hallways rapidly. Students whispered nervously about courtyard incident with fear. Ryuji avoided Haruto entirely, nervous and unsettled completely. Haruto walked silently beside Iko, tension in steps. Seed stirred slightly but remained mostly dormant beneath skin. Grandmother Chiyo watched from distance, grave expression on face. Haruto's ordinary life ended quietly, leaving him changed forever. Dark wings awaited destined awakening beyond human comprehension slowly. Seed inside had only begun growing quietly tonight. Karatsume's voice whispered once more, "I am awakening slowly." Haruto felt warmth pulse strangely under chest again tonight. Morning mist returned to village, cold and quiet. Students whispered, casting nervous glances at timid boy. Haruto noticed subtle shift in schoolyard energy silently. Shadows stretched unnaturally long across cracked stone pavement. Aiko offered him small, reassuring smile, unafraid. Ryuji did not approach, terrified from unknown fear inside. Wind carried low murmurs of unseen presence nearby quietly. Haruto touched his chest, feeling warmth spread unevenly. The wing behind flickered, trying to stabilize slowly now. Power felt strange and heavy under skin, untested. Grandmother Chio arrived at school, gathering Haruto quickly. Teachers puzzled, wondering why he disappeared silently today. Inside small home, Chio placed talisman around him carefully. Cannot ignore it. The seed demands attention, now. Haruto's eyes reflected fear and curious anticipation combined quietly. He felt something ancient stir inside slowly, inexorably. Shadows shifted in room, forming shapes around him faintly. He looked at Aiko, who nodded understanding quietly back. Together, we must survive this. Understand the seed's awakening. Haruto swallowed hard, gripping fists tightly prepared for changes. Night fell, clouds covering full moon completely above. Haruto lay awake, feeling pulse beneath skin strongly. Whisper returned, clearer than before, echoing through consciousness. You resisted for her. It's interesting, fragile little host tonight. Markings pulsed faintly, warmth spreading to shoulders and neck. Black shadow curled behind him, flickering slightly into view. He realized the world had changed irreversibly for him now. Fear mixed strangely with exhilaration and dark anticipation inside. The seed had begun, slowly, quietly, but unstoppable tonight. Kuratsum whispered last, I am awakening slowly, very slowly. Night fell silently over Mizukawa village streets. Haruto sat alone, breathing heavily in darkness. Shadows stretched across walls, flickering under weak candlelight. The whisper returned, stronger now, echoing inside mind. You awaken slowly. I am Kuratsum, host hissed. Haruto froze completely, feeling warmth surge beneath chest. What are you? Speak clearly, demon within me. A cold laugh echoed softly through mental space. You contain me. Chained, waiting for proper vessel. The seed grows with suppressed anger inside constantly. Haruto's chest tightened, pulse racing with sudden fear. I do not want cooperation, not yet responded. Chains rattled loudly, struggling against invisible magical constraints forcefully. You resist. Interesting, fragile host, our bond possible. A black void opened, swallowing room entirely around him. Felt pull, losing sense of time completely. Inside mind, chains stretched endlessly across dark floor. A figure appeared, humanoid, chained, radiating ominous energy. Haruto stared wide-eyed, heart pounding uncontrollably with fear. Who are you? Why are you inside? Demanded. I was human once, now guardian of seeds. The seed chooses vessels compatible with inner turmoil. Haruto felt warmth rise sharply, veins pulsing fast. You cannot ignore me. Anger feeds my power. He forced focus, trembling hands extended before body. First exercise. Control I. Control inner energy precisely. Crimson glow flickered faintly, veins spreading across arm. Good. Only partial control achieved, fragile host whispered. Haruto clenched jaw, breathing quickly, sweat dripping forehead. You must learn patience. Patience fuels controlled awakening gradually. A faint shadow coiled behind him like living darkness. Do not resist completely. Together we gain strength. Haruto moved arm cautiously, testing limits of power. Veins glowed softly, shadows following every subtle motion. I feel it. Power growing within me slowly. Yes. Feel it. Embrace control. Do not fear. A ripple ran through room, walls trembling faintly. Chains rattled again, some links splintering slightly from tension. Haruto's mind felt heavy, almost losing sense completely. Kuratsum whispered approvingly, voice wrapping his consciousness tightly. Suddenly, faint footsteps echoed silently inside dark room. Ren Akamori appeared, observing silently without warning carefully. You practice. Seed is stronger than expected today. Haruto jumped back, fear clenching chest immediately. Ren smiled slightly, eyes sharp, reading inner energy. I monitor Academy. Seeds cannot awaken uncontrolled completely. Haruto's heartbeat raced, unsure if ally or foe. Kuratsum hissed. Ignore, observer. Focus power. Test limits. Haruto forced focus, controlling faint crimson glow carefully. Veins receded slightly as wing shadow stabilized behind. Chains rattled again, several links cracking faintly slowly. You see? Growth occurs when anger meets patience. Haruto flexed fingers, energy pulsing through veins now. I control it. Partially, slowly, I feel stronger. The room shivered, dark energy whispering quietly around. Kuratsum laughed softly, echoing through mind inside him. Ren stepped closer, observing every subtle motion carefully. Must train daily. Do not underestimate Seed. Haruto nodded, swallowing hard, absorbing knowledge carefully again. Chains weaken. You'll control darkness fully soon. Kuratsum hissed, testing patience, whispering cruelly inside mind. You resist, yet temptation tempts fragile little host. Haruto focused eyes, crimson glow steady, veins glowing. Chains rattled once more, several links cracking visibly clearly. Haruto gasped, staggering slightly, wings flickering uncertainly behind him. I feel power, stronger than before now. Yes, brace it. Control slowly, patience must guide. Ren stepped closer, noting growth in fragile boy. Observe. Seed grows faster under stress, constantly now. Haruto's pulse raced, sweat dripping onto trembling hands. Chains rattled lightly again, cracks spreading across dark links. Kuratsum whispered approvingly, silk voice wrapping his mind. Haruto collapsed onto floor, exhausted, wings flickering weakly behind. Ren observed silently, eyes reflecting faint suspicion carefully. Aiko appeared suddenly, face pale, concern evident clearly. Haruto, are you alright? You look dangerously tired now. Haruto struggled, chest heaving violently from exhausting exercise. I feel stronger, but uncertain. Control little. Kuratsum hissed softly, satisfied with partial success achieved. Chains rattled lightly, some links broken, shadow pulsing faintly. Haruto sat upright slowly, feeling exhilaration and fear. The seed's growth increased, reaching 10% slowly. Night ended, dawn spilling softly across quiet village. Haruto walked outside, testing strength under controlled sunlight. Veins glowed faintly, shadows coiling along thin arms. Aiko followed silently, offering quiet reassurance without words. Ren disappeared suddenly, leaving lingering unseen presence carefully. Haruto touched chest, feeling pulse of dormant energy. Kuratsum whispered again. Chains weaken further. Awakening approaches gradually. Haruto clenched fists, determination rising alongside controlled fear. The seed stirred slowly, waiting next opportunity silently. Chains began to crack, foreshadowing dangerous transformation soon. Morning mist returned to village, cold, quiet streets. Students whispered nervously, casting glances at timid boy. Haruto noticed subtle shift in schoolyard energy silently. Shadows stretched unnaturally across cracked stone pavement quickly. Aiko offered small, reassuring smile, unafraid completely. Ryuji did not approach, terrified from unknown fear. Wind carried low murmurs of unseen presence quietly. Haruto touched chest, feeling pulse spread unevenly slowly. The wing behind flickered, trying to stabilize partially now. Power felt strange and heavy under untested skin. Grandmother Chiyo arrived quietly, guiding Haruto carefully homewards. Teachers puzzled, wondering why he disappeared silently today. Inside home, Chiyo placed protective talisman around him. He cannot ignore it. The seed demands attention now. Haruto's eyes reflected fear and anticipation, feeling change deeply. Shadows shifted, forming shapes around him quietly, ominously. Haruto looked at Aiko, nodding understanding silently back. Together, we must survive. Understand seeds awakening fully. Haruto swallowed hard, gripping fists tightly, prepared completely. Night fell, clouds covering full moon above silently. Haruto lay awake, pulse beneath skin, racing strongly. Whisper returned, clearer than before, echoing through consciousness. You resisted for her. Interesting, fragile host tonight hissed. Markings pulsed faintly, warmth spreading to shoulders, neck gradually. Black shadow curled behind, flickering slightly into view. Realized world changed irreversibly. Nothing normal remained now. Fear mixed with exhilaration and dark anticipation constantly inside. Seed had begun, slowly, quietly, unstoppable tonight. Fully Karatsum whispered last. I am awakening slowly, very slowly. Morning fog covered Mizukawa Academy grounds silently. New power pulse, strongly. Aiko stood beside him, worry evident clearly. Are you ready? She whispered softly, eyes shining. Haruto nodded, heart racing, veins glowing faintly. Training field awaited students under early morning sun. Instructors blew whistles sharply, commanding attention immediately. Haruto walked forward, cautious, sensing Karatsum stirring. Chains rattled faintly inside his consciousness again. Crimson eye glowed subtly under long shadow. Veins spread across arm, pulsating with latent energy. Focus on control. Expand your boundaries slowly, whispered Karatsum. Other students watched nervously as energy radiated outward. Ruji glared from distance, clearly skeptical and angry. Haruto ignored him, concentrating, wings flickering faintly behind. A sudden roar broke silence across field fiercely. A group of magical bandits appeared, weapons raised. Training mission or attack? Aiko asked, confused slightly. Haruto clenched fists, ready to protect innocent students. The first bandit swung staff, aiming for Haruto. He dodged swiftly, energy surging through veins rapidly. Crimson glow flared across eye, shadows coiling violently. Chains inside rattled, cracking partially, warning of growth. Haruto lunged forward, fists glowing black with energy. He struck first bandit, concrete cracking loudly instantly. Other bandits attacked simultaneously, sparks flying across grass. Haruto's arm transformed, muscles darkened, black veins spreading. A partial wing unfurled behind him, feathers sharp and jagged. Aiko gasped, covering mouth, eyes wide in shock. Karatsum hissed, Good! You embrace first true transformation slowly. Rage surged inside, darkness pulsing violently throughout body. A bandit lunged, dagger aimed at Ico's chest. Haruto twisted violently, intercepting attack with dark arm. Veins flared, shadow energy striking all opponents nearby. The bandit flew backward, crashing into academy wall. Haruto's wing flapped, generating gusts that knocked enemies down. Chains inside rattled again, more links snapping forcefully. He felt exhilaration, controlled fear, power balancing perfectly. Aiko ran forward, holding his arm tightly, smiling. Another bandit swung staff, aiming at Haruto quickly. Haruto's right arm glowed, energy expanding outward rapidly. A black spike shot forward, piercing enemy midsection. He grabbed bandit by collar, tossing violently aside. Chains rattled, flickering inside as wings spread more. Veins glowed bright crimson, aura dark and frightening. Haruto's transformation grew, half-wing fully visible, black shadow. All students stared in awe and subtle fear. Ruji stepped back, tripping over own feet accidentally. He stared wide-eyed, mouth open, clearly terrified inside. Aiko gasped, clasping hands. Haruto, that's incredible, dangerous. Karatsum hissed approvingly, whispering inside his mind softly. You embrace anger correctly? Power grows, patience follows next. Haruto clenched jaw, controlling surge of newfound dark strength. He dodged another enemy, spinning arm violently, striking forcefully. Bandit fell face first into muddy grass with loud thump. Suddenly, a scream pierced academy ground sharply nearby. Aiko ran toward sound, clutching chest with terror. Haruto followed quickly, wings flapping partially behind him. Bandit grabbed Aiko, throwing her violently backward. Haruto's vision blurred with crimson fury and rage. Chains rattled, snapping, veins glowing intensely across arm. He surged forward, shadow wings unfurling further behind rapidly. Punch struck bandit, sending shockwave across training ground immediately. Enemies scattered, screaming, realizing power beyond comprehension suddenly. Haruto's arm glowed fully black, shadows wrapping tightly. Partial wing now half-formed, feathers sharp like blades. He roared, darkness erupting from body, uncontrollably violently. Aiko covered eyes, trembling, heart racing with fear. "Haruto, stop. It's too dangerous," she shouted desperately. Kuratsum hissed. "Yes." Grace raged fully. "Control comes later." Haruto's fists smashed ground, dust and energy rising violently. Bandits fell unconscious, scorched and terrified across field completely. Other students ran, hiding behind walls, gasping sharply. Ryuji fell backward, face pale, shaking uncontrollably, frightened. Haruto's eyes glowed crimson, arm shadows twisting sharply around. Chains rattled one final time, links breaking partially slowly. Partial wing now half-formed, shadows extending, feathers sharp jagged. Kuratsum whispered approvingly, "You grow. Patience will refine next." Haruto breathed heavily, trying to calm surging energy. Aiko ran forward, holding him tightly, tears streaming. "Haruto, please. Control yourself, it's too much," pleaded softly. Haruto nodded faintly, struggling to suppress darkness slightly. Chains rattled inside, several links broken, black energy pulsing. Veins receded slightly, but wing remained half-formed behind. Kuratsum hissed. "Good. Partial success. Next challenge awaits soon." Haruto's breathing slowed, sweat dripping from tense forehead. All students stared, awe and fear combining silently together. Suddenly, a shadow appeared behind tall trees, silently. A cloaked figure stepped forward, observing battle calmly completely. "Interesting, that boy. He is a seed," whispered. Haruto glanced briefly, sensing new strong presence nearby. Aisio's eyes widened, fear rising sharply inside chest. Kuratsum hissed. "Observe carefully. New entity may influence growth." Partial wing flickered, shadows responding nervously to mysterious presence. Haruto clenched fists, ready for next confrontation immediately. The figure walked closer, revealing calm, sharp eyes clearly. "Do you understand now?" "He carries a seed," stated. Haruto's pulse raced, veins glowing faintly across arms. Aiko gasped, stepping back, trembling slightly with concern. Chains rattled, links cracking as Kuratsum stirred inside. Haruto's half-formed wings shifted, feathers fluttering in cautious anticipation. Rouget faintly muttered, backing away, terrified of boy. The new observer smiled slightly, unreadable expression across face. Haruto lowered gaze, controlling partial transformation carefully now. Chains rattled faintly, energy pulsing under skin sharply. Kuratsum whispered approvingly, "Good." Anger controlled partially. Growth achieved. The new figure turned, walking silently away through shadows. Haruto exhaled slowly, wings flickering back into partial darkness. Aiko approached, holding hands, comforting trembling, fragile friend. "Haruto, that was incredible, terrifying, but amazing," she said. He nodded faintly, exhausted, power settling slowly inside body. Morning ended, sunlight glimmering across torn training field. Students whispered quietly, fear and admiration mixing together. Chains inside rattled lightly, some links still broken partially. Partial wing remained, half-formed, feathers flickering, shadows stretching silently. Kuratsum hissed. Next challenge. Patience and growth required carefully. Haruto nodded, clenched fists, ready for upcoming trials. Aiko smiled softly, tears in eyes, proud clearly. The cloaked figure vanished, leaving lingering, ominous presence silently. Haruto's seed grew. Now 15% complete slowly. Shadow wing flickered, pulsing faintly under crimson eye repeatedly. Morning sun rose over distant mountain peaks slowly. Haruto walked carefully beside Aiko through academy grounds. Partial wing flickered faintly behind his tense shoulders. Chains rattled softly, several links still broken slightly. Kuratsum whispered approvingly. Growth continues. Patience strengthens fragile host. Aiko glanced nervously, worried about upcoming training session. "Do you feel ready for today's lesson?" she asked. Haruto nodded faintly, crimson eye glowing under shadow. Seed grows. Must control darkness carefully, slowly, always whispered. Training fields stretched across large grassy academy clearing. Other students arrived, murmuring quietly about last battle. Ryuji avoided him completely, fear evident across face. Teachers gathered, speaking lowly about unusual power awakening. Suddenly a portal appeared, shimmering with dark energy. A cloaked figure stepped through, radiating overwhelming presence immediately. Haruto sensed power unlike anything seen previously. Chains inside rattled, some links cracking violently again. Kuratsume hissed. Another host appears. Interesting. Observe carefully. The cloaked figure removed hood, revealing youthful sharp eyes. Greetings, I am Hikari, bearer of another seed, stated. Haruto's pulse raced, wings flickering slightly behind back. Aiko gasped, stepping close, holding his trembling hand. Kuratsume whispered approvingly. Connection forms. Potential growth increases gradually. Hikari stepped forward, energy radiating in black waves. Haruto flexed darkened arm, shadows swirling like smoke. Chains rattled, links breaking slowly, pulsing under skin. Ice's eyes widened, noticing aura darker than expected. The two seeds sensed each other, resonating silently. You are strong. But your growth is unstable, Hikari warned. Haruto clenched fists, feeling surge of rivalry immediately. Kuratsume hissed. Anger and fear will fuel your power. Ren Nakamori appeared suddenly from trees, watching cautiously. You meet another host. Outcome uncertain, tension rising. Haruto's wing flapped, half-formed, shadows responding violently now. Chains rattled inside, echoes resonating throughout consciousness deeply. Hikari's seed pulsed, black veins spreading faintly across arm. Aiko whispered. Be careful. Don't lose control, Haruto. Haruto exhaled slowly, trying to steady surging power. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Observe carefully. Cooperation may be necessary later. The cloaked figure revealed additional symbols carved on chest. Haruto felt dread and anticipation rise sharply inside. Hikari's aura shimmered, pulsing rhythmically with restrained strength. Your seed grows faster than mine partially now, observed. Chains rattled again, multiple links splitting faintly under pressure. Haruto flexed arm, shadows expanding across black wing partially. The two hosts eyed each other cautiously, silently calculating. Kuratsume whispered. Competition strengthens. Patience determines control eventually fully. Suddenly, a wave of magical energy surged outward violently. Students fell back, shielding themselves from growing disturbance. Ryoji stared in terror, backing away into shadows immediately. Hikari nodded, focusing energy, controlling inner darkness steadily. Haruto's arm glowed brighter, veins pulsating, wing flaring. Chains rattled, links snapping slightly, Kuratsume approving within mind. Aiko covered eyes, sensing immense, dangerous energy nearby. Partial wing extended, shadows twisting, feathers sharp and jagged. You must train together. Growth accelerates under cooperation, Kuratsume advised. Haruto hesitated, feeling fear and rivalry simultaneously rise. Hikari extended hand, aura pulsing, invitation clear, silently. Haruto took it slowly, energy connecting between seeds. Chains inside rattled violently, links weakening under new strain. Isio's hand rested on his shoulder, grounding fragile heart. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Shared energy. Increase efficiency, control improves gradually. Black shadows intertwined. Wings flickering faintly, energy balanced carefully. Ren stepped forward, expression unreadable, observing cautiously silently. Seeds connect. Danger increases if control is lost. Haruto focused, crimson eye glowing, veins pulsating intensely now. Partial wing flapped, shadows stretching across field, flickering rhythmically. Chains rattled again, several links splitting faintly under strain. Hikari mirrored movement, half wing extending behind back, feather sharp. Kuratsume whispered. Next phase. Understand limits and boundaries clearly, Aiko gasped, clutching chest, seeing dark aura converge slowly. Suddenly another host appeared, unseen, until now silently. Boy emerged, aura dark, half-formed shadows flickering. Third host, chaotic seed, difficult to control entirely, Ren whispered. Da-da-da-da. Haruto's pulse raced, wings flapping partially behind shoulders. Chains rattled violently, links snapping as energy surged. Kuratsume hissed. Danger increases. Observe carefully, Control remains key. Hikari stepped forward, cautiously, connecting aura briefly with new hosts. Haruto mirrored movements, synchronizing energy under tense guidance, silently. Aiko stepped beside him, supporting fragile, trembling friend carefully. Chains rattled faintly, several links broken, shadows pulsing. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. Good. Cooperation stabilizes growth partially now. Haruto flexed arm, half-wing flaring, shadows twisting sharply. Hikari's arm glowed faintly, veins pulsating rhythmically across skin. New host shivered, aura flickering, struggling with unstable energy. Chains rattled again, links breaking slightly, tension rising sharply. Haruto exhaled slowly, focusing on maintaining balance completely. Ren spoke softly, voice echoing across fields silently. Observe. Seeds grow faster under stress and cooperation. Haruto nodded, crimson eye glowing faintly, wings stabilizing. Chains rattled softly, links broken, shadows pulsing beneath skin. Kuratsum whispered approvingly. Growth reaches new threshold. Patience required still. Partial wing extended fully, shadows intertwining, feathers sharp, jagged. Aiko smiled faintly, proud of Haruto's steady control. Haruto's pulse steadied, darkness partially tamed under will. The cloaked figure turned, observing groups silently, expression unreadable. You have grown. Your seed stronger than expected, Hikari remarked. Haruto's heartbeat raced, adrenaline surging, control maintained carefully. Chains rattled one last time, several links cracking. His partial wings flapped behind, shadows stretching across early morning. Kuratsum hissed. Next stage approaches. 25% reach slowly. Aiko gasped softly. Haruto. That's incredible progress. Keep controlling. Haruto nodded faintly. Understanding power grows with restraint always. Morning mist lingered across academy grounds quietly, tension high. Students whispered nervously, watching three hosts standing side by side. Ryuji trembled in shadows, fear evident, pupils wide. Chains rattled softly, shadows pulsing faintly beneath skin. Haruto felt surge inside, seed growing, wings stabilizing slightly. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. 25%. Control sufficient for next challenge. Partial wings flared, shadows intertwining, energy balanced between hosts. Aiko stepped closer, holding hands, grounding fragile friend carefully. Dark clouds gathered over Mizukawa Academy sky. Haruto stood ready, wings flaring partially behind shoulders. Aiko clutched his arm tightly, eyes wide. Chains rattled inside, links trembling under growing power. Kuratsum hissed. Today, anger and control collide fully. Ren observed silently, analyzing seed growth carefully again. Hikari appeared, aura pulsing, wings flickering faintly behind. Students screamed, fleeing as shadows surged across the field. Bandits and rogue mages surrounded academy walls immediately. Haruto's crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, energy radiating. Partial wings extended fully, black feathers twisting sharply. Chains rattled violently, links cracking under mounting pressure quickly. Kuratsum whispered approvingly. Good. Gent. Embrace transformation. Control emerges gradually. Isio's hand rested on shoulder, grounding fragile boy safely. Haruto clenched fists, absorbing rage into dark energy. A wave of darkness erupted from partially formed wing. Enemies fell back, screaming as shadows engulfed ground rapidly. Haruto lunged forward, arm transforming, veins glowing bright crimson. Chains rattled inside, snapping slightly, black energy flaring. Bandit swung staff violently, aiming at Haruto instantly. He blocked easily, dark arm pulsing with unstoppable force. Partial wing flapped, gust blowing enemy into stone wall. Crimson eye glowed brighter, shadows coiling around fully formed arm. Hikari joined, aura connecting briefly with Haruto's power. Chains rattled again, some links snapping violently under strain. Focus, control energy, together. Overcome chaos gradually, Kuratsum hissed. Haruto struck again, arm extending, shadow spikes forming violently. Enemies screamed, thrown into rubble, academy ground shaking forcefully. Partial wings stretched fully, feathers sharp and jagged, blackened. Teens rattled violently, links breaking partially. Kuratsum approving within mind. Gol gasped, shielding eyes from overwhelming dark energy. Suddenly, multiple shadows emerged behind Haruto, violently surrounding. Multiple eyes appeared, glowing, floating around Dark Wing. Chains rattled, flickered violently, cracks spreading across links rapidly. Hikari gasped, aura fluctuating, struggling to maintain stability. Haruto's pulse raced, veins glowing crimson beneath skin. Partial wings flapped, black feathers slicing through thick air. Kuratsum hissed approvingly, eyes awaken. Power expands beyond expectation. Enemies panicked, fleeing, sensing overwhelming destructive force growing. Haruto flexed arms, black energy surging outward uncontrollably now. Chains rattled inside violently, links snapping partially, warning grow stronger. Partial wings stretched fully, coiling shadows cutting through ground. Aiko clutched chest, trembling, tears forming slowly, scared. Hikari connected aura, supporting fragile boy cautiously, energy intertwining. Chains rattled, multiple links breaking, dark power flaring dangerously. Haruto roared, anger and control merging into raw strength. Enemies fell unconscious instantly, scorched and terrified across field. Ren observed silently, expression unreadable, pupils reflecting crimson energy. "You reach new stage?"
Oh.
Nearly half power, controlled slowly, whispered. Haruto's eye glowed, black veins pulsating under flickering wing. Chains rattled one final time, links breaking partially gradually. Partial wing fully extended, shadows twisting, feathers sharp and jagged. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. "Good." Patience and rage merge effectively now. Aiko stepped close, holding hand tightly, grounding fragile friend. Haruto exhaled slowly, wings flapping, energy settling into balance. Suddenly, leader of rogue mages appeared, aura terrifying. He raised staff, dark energy radiating violently around him. "Host boy, your seed grows beyond expectations quickly," stated. Haruto's pulse raced, crimson eye glowing, arm shadows twisting. Chains rattled violently, links snapping, Kuratsum stirring approvingly inside. Partial wings flapped, feathers slicing air sharply, aura expanding. Hikari gasped, holding energy steady, assisting fragile host carefully. Leader attacked swiftly, dark magic bolts striking ground violently. Haruto dodged, shadows moving faster than eyes could track. Partial wings flapped, generating gust, deflecting incoming magic fiercely. Chains rattled inside, links cracking, warning of transformation imminent. Crimson eye glowed bright, black veins spreading rapidly across arm. Multiple floating eyes appeared, surrounding Haruto like living shadow. Kuratsum hissed approvingly, partial control, now near full potential. Enemies fell back, sensing unstoppable, terrifying force nearby instantly. Aiko clutched chest, terrified, whispering prayers silently for safety. Haruto lunged forward, fist colliding with leader's staff. Shadow energy erupted, sending shockwave across academy field violently. Chains rattled, multiple links snapping, dark energy flaring brightly. Partial wings flapped fully, feathers twisting violently with movement. Leader screamed, thrown backward, crashing into distant stone wall. Hikari connected aura again, stabilizing fragile host carefully now. Crimson eye glowed, arm pulsing, veins extending across dark skin. Multiple floating eyes blinked, watching enemies, scanning for next threat. Haruto exhaled heavily, sweat dripping, wing flapping slowly behind. Chains rattled softly, several links broken, energy settling gradually. Kuratsum hissed approvingly, halfway broken. Prepare for next evolution. Aiko approached cautiously, holding fragile boy's arm firmly. Haruto nodded faintly, controlling dark energy with patience fully. Partial wings stretched behind, shadows intertwining, feathers sharp, blackened. Enemies fled, terrified, whispering about boy's terrifying seed. Hikari stepped back, aura flickering, monitoring host's growing strength. Leader of rogue mages crawled, wounded, fear evident clearly. Haruto's crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, energy focused entirely. Partial wing flapped, gusts knocking rubble and debris aside. Chains rattled one last time, links splitting slowly, completely. Multiple floating eyes hovered, scanning battlefield, controlling shadows carefully. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. Excellent. Partial control achieved today, fragile host. Aiko sighed, relieved. Holding hands, grounding fragile friend tightly. Haruto exhaled slowly, settling energy, wings flapping behind. Morning sun shone weakly across torn academy grounds. Students whispered quietly, fear and awe mixed together clearly. Ryuji trembled, hiding, eyes wide, terrified of Haruto. Chains rattled softly inside, several links still broken partially. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows intertwining behind half-formed arm. Kuratsume hissed approvingly, halfway broken. Next stage will test. Haruto's seed grew, now approximately 40% complete steadily. Aiko smiled softly, proud of fragile host's controlled growth. Dark storm clouds swallowed Mizukawa Academy entirely silently. Haruto stood, wings flaring fully behind shoulders. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating violently under skin. Chains rattled, links snapping, warning of imminent collapse. Kuratsume hissed, control weakening. Anger grows beyond limits. Aiko ran forward, holding fragile friend's trembling hand. Haruto, please, do not lose control now, she pleaded. A sudden blast shattered academy gates violently immediately. Rogue mages surged forward, attacking with dark spells rapidly. Haruto dodged, shadow wings flapping, energy pulsating fully. Chains rattled inside, links breaking, Kuratsume stirring dangerously. Partial wings extended completely, feathers sharp, slicing the wind. Crimson eye glowed brighter, veins twisting across muscular arms. Aiko gasped, holding chest, trembling from overwhelming energy. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Soon. Transformation reaches its dangerous peak. Suddenly, Ryuji appeared, sword drawn, smirking maliciously clearly. You weakling, cannot allow your seed to grow. Haruto's pulse raced, shock hitting chest like lightning. Chains rattled violently, links snapping, black energy surging. Partial wings flapped fully, shadows coiling around dark arm. Crimson eye glowed bright, veins pulsating violently beneath skin. Kuratsume hissed. Betrayal fuels chaos. Power explodes unpredictably now. Aiko screamed, stepping forward, terrified for fragile friend's life. Ryuji lunged, striking quickly, aura dark, shadow infused. Haruto dodged, but chaos inside surged uncontrollably again. Chains rattled violently, snapping further, warning of complete loss. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, shadows writhing violently. Partial wings flapped, gusts knocking students and debris away. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Excellent. Chaos accelerates transformation dramatically, host. Aiko screamed again, clutching chest, tears streaming silently. Haruto's pulse raced, anger overwhelming, control slipping fast. Suddenly, shadow arms burst from Haruto, completely uncontrolled. Enemies screamed, blasted across field, academy crumbling around rapidly. Chains rattled violently, links breaking, black energy erupting. Partial wings flapped, gusts destroying walls and stone paths. Crimson eye glowed brighter, multiple shadows twisting around form. Kuratsume hissed. You embrace chaos fully. Transformation complete partially. Aiko screamed, trying to hold Haruto powerless entirely. Rogue mages fled, terrified of boy's overwhelming aura. Haruto lunged forward, dark arms smashing stone wall. Crimson veins pulsed, black energy exploding violently outward. Chains rattled inside, snapping completely, warning of total collapse. Partial wings flapped, gusts flattening nearby training grounds quickly. Aiko fell, shielding fragile friend with desperate strength. Kuratsume hissed. Power peaks. Control may fail imminently soon. Ryuji laughed, watching chaos unfold with twisted delight. Haruto's pulse raced, fury overwhelming, darkness consuming all energy. Suddenly a scream pierced stormy skies above ground. Aiko cried, struck lightly by falling debris suddenly. Haruto felt shock, rage, darkness, twisting further violently inside. Chains rattled inside, snapping completely, Kuratsume stirring excitedly. Ait! Partial wings flapped, gusts destroying every object nearby immediately. Crimson eye glowed intensely, veins pulsing across muscular form. Rogue mages fell unconscious, scorched by uncontrolled black energy. Aiko screamed, clutching wounded shoulder, unable to move quickly. Haruto's mind trembled, anger consuming reason fully completely now. Chains rattled violently, snapping, black energy expanding uncontrollably. Partial wings flapped, shadows extending like giant black waves. Karatsu hissed approvingly. Fury releases full potential fragile host. Ryuji screamed, thrown back by sudden overwhelming force. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, shadow arm fully twisted. Aiko sobbed, clutching chest, powerless against massive darkness. Haruto's pulse raced, body trembling, energy spiraling wildly. Suddenly, ancient symbol appeared beneath Haruto, glowing softly. Chains rattled violently, snapping, warning of full loss control. Partial wings flapped violently, gusts destroying remaining academy walls. Crimson eye glowed, shadows writhing, multiple floating eyes appearing. Karatsu hissed, power peaks. Control nearly impossible now, completely. Ancient seal rose, glowing faintly, covering fragile host completely. Haruto screamed, darkness colliding with mystical restraining force. Aiko fell, clutching chest, tears streaming freely uncontrollably. Ryuji cowered, eyes wide, fleeing from unleashed power. Chains rattled one final time, links breaking partially, partial wings flapped, shadows coiling, gusts scattering debris violently. Crimson eye glowed bright, veins pulsating across entire body. Kudosum hissed approvingly. 50% of chaos restrained carefully. Ancient seal glowed, forming cage around fragile hosts completely. Haruto collapsed inside. Dark energy restrained temporarily, wings folding. Aiko rushed forward, tears streaming, holding fragile friend tightly.
Storm cleared slowly.
Sunlight barely piercing dark clouds. Students whispered, fear and awe mixing across academy grounds. Rogue mages fled, terrified by boys' devastating seed power. Chains rattled softly, several links broken, black energy pulsing. Links flapped gently, shadows intertwining behind a restrained arm. Karatsu hissed approvingly. Host subdued, power contained. Patience still required. Aiko knelt beside him, crying softly, holding hands tightly. Haruto exhaled, energy settling, wings folded, darkness restrained partially. Ancient seals shimmered, locking host inside mystical containment securely.
Out.
Chains rattled softly, faint links broken, black aura pulsing. Karatsu hissed approvingly, lesson learned. Control must be regained fully. Haruto's pulse calmed, wings folded behind back safely. Aiko whispered softly, Haruto, you survived. But be careful. Partial shadows shimmered faintly, warning of future darkness approaching. Ryuji remained hidden, fearful, eyes wide, trembling completely. Storm cleared, academy grounds destroyed, chaos leaving permanent marks. Haruto awoke, trapped, darkness surrounding mind entirely. Chains rattled softly, several links broken, energy pulsing. Iso's voice echoed faintly, distant, fragile, barely reachable. Crimson eye glowed faintly, shadows flickering across vision. Karatsu hissed, inside consciousness. Power and will intertwined dangerously. He flexed arm, wings folded, feeling internal struggle. Chains rattled violently, some links snapping under psychic pressure. Suddenly, shadowy figure appeared, towering, aura terrifying clearly. Haruto trembled, recognizing familiar yet monstrous silhouette immediately. Finally, face me, fragile host. I am awake, whispered. Crimson eye flared, veins pulsating, wings twitching nervously, chains rattled, black energy coiling around inner consciousness tightly. Karatsu hissed approvingly, good. Confrontation required for growth now. Isio's voice echoed again, Haruto. Remember your heart. Control slowly. Haruto nodded faintly, fear and anger merging inside carefully. The shadow spoke, voice layered, echoing through mind. You think you control? But I am eternal seed. Chains rattled violently, inner darkness reacting unpredictably, suddenly. Partial wings flapped inside, shadows extending across mental space. Haruto clenched fists, energy coiling violently, focus trembling. Karatsu hissed, test of will, desist fully, or perish. Memories of past battles flashed across fragile host's mind. Isio's voice pleaded, grounding him against consuming darkness entirely. Shadow moved closer, face morphing between human and demonic. You cannot resist. Accept my essence or fail. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, energy surging outward internally. Chains rattled violently, some links breaking, black aura expanding. Haruto screamed, pushing back, wings flapping inside mind violently. Karatsum hissed approvingly. Resistance fuels power. Balance will emerge. Isio's whispered words grounded him, preventing total collapse slowly. Partial shadow wings stretched inside, feathers sharp, twisting tightly. Suddenly, visions appeared, showing origin of all seeds. Shadow hissed. I was human, cursed, bound, transformed, betrayed. Haruto staggered, absorbing revelation, understanding depth of corruption. Chains rattled softly, black energy pulsing under mental pressure. Karatsum hissed. Knowledge strengthens host, but tests patience and will. Isu's voice whispered Haruto. Ignites strength. Control emerges gradually. Crimson eye glowed faintly, veins pulsating, wings twitching inside. Partial wings flapped, shadows coiling, responding to shared energy. The shadow extended claw reaching toward fragile host's essence. You must choose. Merge partially, or be consumed completely. Chains rattled violently, links breaking, black aura spreading internally. Haruto's pulse raced, feeling surge of combined rage and fear. Karatsum hissed approvingly. Decision point. Unity will stabilize inner chaos. Isio's voice guided him, steadying, trembling, fragile heartbeat fully. Partial wings stretched inside, shadows intertwining, feathers sharp, flickering. Crimson eye glowed bright, energy balancing cautiously, controlled partially. Haruto clenched fists, merging anger with cautious will carefully. Shadow recoiled slightly, resisting but sensing host's emerging dominance. Chains rattled violently, some links snapping, black energy pulsing. Karatsum hissed. Balance achieved temporarily, 50% potential unlocked. Isu's voice reached him fully, grounding fragile hosts completely. Partial wings flapped, shadows intertwining, stabilizing inner chaos slowly. Crimson eye glowed bright, veins pulsating, energy balanced. Haruto exhaled, wings folded partially, darkness tamed for now. Inside mental space, shadows receded, coiling behind fragile form. Chains rattled softly, several links broken, aura stabilizing gradually. Karatsum hissed approvingly. Host survives, will in anger harmonized. Isio's voice echoed Haruto. Control your power. Balance prevails today. Crimson eye glowed faintly, partial wings flickering behind shoulders. Haruto nodded, pulse calming, energy flowing with balance carefully. Shadow hissed faintly, fading, acknowledging host's temporary control silently. Chains rattled softly, black energy pulsing within mental space. Suddenly, vision of previous battles appeared before host's eyes. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows intertwining, coiling around fragile form. Karatsum hissed, 50% unlocked. Patience required for next challenge. Haruto flexed arms, energy pulsating through veins steadily, slowly. Aiko smiled faintly, voice guiding fragile host's calm resolve. Crimson eye glowed brighter, partial wings flaring slightly behind. Chains rattled softly, broken links remaining, energy stabilized carefully. Shadow receded fully, darkness lingering, warning of future conflict. Host's pulse slowed, wings folded partially, mental storm quieting. Karatsum hissed approvingly. Temporary union, growth achieved, control maintained partially. Isio's voice reached him, calming heartbeat, grounding fragile host. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating lightly, energy balanced internally. Chains rattled softly, black aura flickering behind partially formed wing. Partial wings stretched behind, shadows intertwining, feathers sharp, steady now. Haruto exhaled slowly, pulse calming, darkness restrained temporarily. Inside consciousness, shadow lingered, waiting for next confrontation quietly.
8.
Morning sunlight filtered through destroyed academy windows gently. Students whispered, observing hosts calm after mental battle. Rogue mages fled, fearful of boys' inner power. Chains rattled softly, links broken, black energy pulsing slightly. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows intertwining behind fragile host. Karatsum hissed approvingly. Host stabilizes. 50% potential unlocked safely. Aiko approached carefully, holding hands, grounding fragile friend entirely. Wings folded, darkness tamed temporarily successfully. Partial shadow wings flickered faintly, warning of growth remaining. Chains rattled softly, broken links pulsing with energy carefully. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. 50% unlocked. Prepare for next evolution. Crimson eye glowed faintly, veins pulsating, energy balanced internally. Aiko smiled faintly, proud of fragile host's inner control. Haruto nodded slowly, pulse steady, wings folded behind shoulders. Mental storm subsided, shadow lingering, reminding of upcoming challenge. Chains rattled softly, black aura pulsing beneath mental consciousness. Morning sun rose above devastated capital city slowly. Haruto stood tall, wings fully extended behind shoulders. Crimson eye glowed brightly, veins pulsating with immense energy. Chains rattled softly, mostly broken, shadows intertwining cautiously around. Kuratsum hissed. Final battle begins. Destiny unfolds completely now. Aiko clutched his arm, trembling but determined nearby. Hikari appeared, aura connecting, supporting fragile host carefully entirely. Enemy forces surged forward, magic radiating violently across streets. Haruto flexed arms, black energy coiling, shadows twisting sharply. Partial wings flapped, feathers slicing air, gusts knocking debris. Crimson, eye glowed, veins pulsating, aura expanding around host. Chains rattled softly, energy stabilizing within fragile boy completely. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. Control achieved. Final stage approaches slowly. Aiko whispered Haruto.
Ow!
Your power is the city's hope. Haruto exhaled, pulse steady, darkness tamed, wings flaring fully. Suddenly, figure emerged, cloaked, aura radiating pure malice. You finally arrive. My seeds will consume everything, growled. Haruto's pulse raced, energy coiling around fully formed arm. Crimson eye glowed brighter, veins pulsating, shadows twisting dangerously. Chains rattled softly, links mostly broken, energy focusing carefully. Partial wings flapped, gusts knocking debris across broken streets. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. Power balanced. Fight begins now decisively. Aiko stepped close, holding hands, grounding fragile host entirely. The cloaked figure removed hood, revealing sharp, malevolent eyes. You have grown, but cannot surpass me fully yet, sneered. Haruto clenched fists, wings flaring, shadows twisting violently behind. Chains rattled softly, energy coiling, preparing final devastating attack. Crimson eye glowed intensely, multiple floating eyes appearing around him. Partial wings flapped sharply, gusts scattering remaining enemy forces. Kuratsum hissed. All abilities combined. Time for complete control. Hikari connected aura, merging energies, stabilizing fragile hosts safely. Ordo roared, dark energy erupting violently across entire field. Chains rattled violently, links snapping faintly, shadows expanding fully. Partial wings flapped, feathers twisting violently, coiling around enemy. Crimson eye glowed bright, veins pulsating, multiple shadows spinning. Enemy leader summoned massive black magic, storm forming overhead. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. Merge power. Unleash total potential immediately now. Aiko gasped, holding chest, tears streaming freely across face. Haruto lunged forward, shadow arm smashing an enemy with unstoppable force. Energy collided violently, shockwave destroying nearby structures instantly, completely. Crimson veins pulsed, wings flapped, shadows twisting around fully. Chains rattled, links mostly broken, black energy coiling tightly. Multiple floating eyes scanned battlefield, controlling energy with precision. Hikari connected aura again, stabilizing host energy merging seamlessly. Haruto's pulse raced, darkness merging with conscious will carefully. Partial wings flapped, gusts flattening remaining resistance across streets. Kuratsum hissed approvingly. Transformation complete. Full control achieved temporarily. Suddenly, enemy leader unleashed forbidden seed energy violently. Haruto's eye glowed crimson, veins pulsating, shadows twisting sharply. Chains rattled softly, broken links pulsing with merging energy. Partial wings flapped fully, gusts cutting debris into fragments. Crimson eye glowed brighter, multiple eyes floating around host. Kuratsum hissed. Integration successful. Energy balanced. Attack now. Aiko whispered. Haruto, you are the city's ultimate protector. Haruto flexed arms, shadows extending, merging with full conscious control. Massive shockwave erupted, destroying enemies' remaining magical defenses instantly. Crimson veins pulsed, shadows twisting, wings flapping violently behind. Chains rattled softly, energy flowing seamlessly through broken links. Enemy leader screamed, aura cracking under overwhelming black force. Partial wings flapped, gusts sweeping across capital's ruined streets. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. All power merged. Control maintained fully successfully. Iko gasped, tears streaming, witnessing fragile host's absolute mastery. Haruto exhaled slowly, pulse steady, darkness tamed, wings folded. Suddenly, final enemy seed appeared, shadow towering over city. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, host standing without fear. Chains rattled softly, broken links pulsing faintly under control. Partial wings flapped, gusts coiling, shadows wrapping enemy tightly. Haruto lunged forward, fist colliding, black energy erupting violently. Enemy seed shrieked, aura fracturing, darkness consuming itself quickly. Kuratsume hissed. Final strike, power controlled. Victory imminent. Aiko cried, holding hands, heart filled with relief entirely. The enemy leader dissolved into shadows, defeated finally completely. Crimson eye glowed faintly, veins pulsing, wings folding behind. Chains rattled softly, energy stabilizing within fragile host fully. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows intertwining, merging into aura. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Battle ends. Control mastered temporarily. Aiko smiled, tears streaming, holding fragile friend tightly. Haruto exhaled slowly, pulse steady, darkness fully controlled partially. Multiple floating eyes blinked, warning of higher threat silently looming. Suddenly, massive shadow appeared, towering over a distant city skyline. Haruto turned, sensing ancient power beyond current comprehension clearly. Chains rattled softly, links broken, black energy pulsing faintly. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows coiling around fragile host carefully. Crimson eye glowed, veins pulsating, aura expanding cautiously slowly. Kuratsume hissed. This is only beginning. Greater seeds exist, Aiko whispered Haruto. Prepare. Your journey is far from ending. Haruto nodded, pulse steady, wings folding, darkness restrained, temporarily. Capital city quieted, destruction remaining, survivors watching, silently terrified. Chains rattled softly, broken links flickering under dim sunlight. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows intertwining, merging into aura. Crimson eye glowed faintly, veins pulsing, energy stabilized carefully. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Season ends. New entity born fully. Aiko smiled faintly, tears flowing, proud of fragile host. Haruto exhaled slowly, pulse steady, darkness tamed, wings folded. Shadows lingered faintly, hinting of future challenges ahead silently. Evening sunset across devastated capital city slowly quietly. Chains rattled softly, energy pulsing, links mostly broken completely. Partial wings flapped gently, shadows coiling around fragile hosts entirely. Crimson eye glowed faintly, veins pulsating, aura balancing steadily. Kuratsume hissed approvingly. Devil seed. New entity awakened successfully today. Aiko held hands, grounding fragile host, heart filled fully. Haruto exhaled slowly, pulse steady, wings folded behind shoulders. Shadows faded partially, warning that seeds were only beginning.